one of my favorite birds just sent me something important. Hope Session by Jstlk. Absolute cinema. My number one bird. Shout out to my number one birdie. I'm not allowed to name them just mainly because they want to be anonymous and they want to keep being anonymous. Listen, okay, I I really want to shout out this person just mainly because like it's just crazy the work that they do in the background, trying to A-log and gather all the information they could, without credit, without any credit, yeah. But they do it because GigaChat, okay, like, yeah. This is from Jstlk server. So there's Jstlk server for the COPE post courtroom release. I'm not going to read all of it, just mainly because it's a bunch of blabber. So I'm just going to skim it as I go, and I'm just going to read out the funny parts. Okay. Okay. So Sam, new update, but it doesn't mention what it is as of now. It's an order. So some decision was made by the judge, I'm guessing. The transcript sealing has been denied. So does that mean Destiny won't get sanctioned for quoting the transcript since it got unsealed? Or would he still be sanctioned due to the fact it was sealed when he quoted from it? Puddles, with my server tag. Transcript going public will be wild. Even if it's a nothing burger, he's going to make a huge deal about it. It's not a nothing burger, but yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know at the time, right? So this person named Gilmore says he could still be sanctioned. It being unsealed now shouldn't legally have an influence on that decision. I'm actually pretty shocked that the court is unsealing the entire transcript with no redactions at all. I guess that's the risk you take moving to seal the whole thing rather than certain portions. Oh yeah, do you know what's so funny? What's so funny is that Jstlk is still not streaming tonight. Like I checked tonight and he's still not streaming because he's a coward. And if he is going to stream, I would be shocked and surprised if he does cover the transcript, okay? Because every single time there is something that he could possibly spin against Destiny, he spends that time spinning it against Destiny. Like, at least I give credit to Queeman for streaming, Like, at least I have to give credit to Queen, even though I think he avoided the transcript. Yeah, I think he avoided the transcript. Unless someone can correct me, because I'm checking his kick VOD, nothing there. But like, yeah. Unless there's a Queeman live. Let me see. Queeman live is a fraud. What? 1 month ago? So he. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't cover it. He doesn't cover it. Dungeon. Brandon Wee, thank you so much for the one gifted. Yeah. Jstlk said he was taking another night off. Loser. Yeah. Queeman might have disabled his VODs. No, he doesn't do that. Yeah, thankfully. Like if something doesn't pan out in favor for Queeman, like he just doesn't cover it, and that's it. But he'll still stream at the very least. But he'll be avoidant. Yeah. He could still be sanctioned. Being unsealed now shouldn't legally have an influence on the decision. I mean, where's the sanction then, I guess? I'm actually pretty shocked that the court is unsealing the entire transcript with no redactions at all. I guess that's the risk you take moving to seal the whole thing rather than certain portions. Yeah, that's where I lean, but at the same time, if the entire transcript is being unsealed anyway, it feels like punishing someone for illegally using marijuana right after it gets legalized, if that makes sense. Nice. Great stuff right here. Importantly, here plaintiffs request that the court seal the transcript as ostensibly to protect deeply private, sexually explicit, and mental health related testimony from being broadcast, blah, blah, blah. Importantly, here is plaintiffs don't care. One, compared to Kravitz and to the court's line, this is like what leftist memes look like. Like, this is, every single leftist meme is like this entire fucking essay. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. So the emphasis in Kravitz that medical documentation may contain sensitive information. Second, plaintiff has in several public filings having quite forthcoming about the mental health and other effects of the event. From the start, video of the start, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is just quoting. Okay, sorry, this is just the quote. So what do you think is the worst thing for Pixie in the transcript? My final guess is his attorney basically got her to say, I have not seen the video Abby claims Destiny sent, and I am not certain it exists. Or something like that. No, it's worse than that because I think Pixie just straight up admits that it's purely for malice, and bad faith, and none of it isn't good faith in any way. And yeah, I don't know. He's live streaming now, so good luck. Oh yeah, this person is also on my server, I guess. I think she's gonna admit that she's Puerto Rican. What? Don't care. Oh, Jstlk. Surely this procedural hearing transcript won't be nothing. It is not. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. Okay. I think that's probably right. I'd be a little surprised if there are other bombshells. Where the hell is he? In Pat Chan's place? Puddle says. Where else? That's his next wife. He's just a puddle, bro. He's a puddle. But it's just so stupid. Just think about any other crime done to someone. Like, let's say someone says, hey, I saw Mike steal your bike. And then this person sues Mike and uses this person as a witness. Obviously, the person being told didn't personally see it, but who cares? We go through discovery and see if there's anything to prove this. I don't know. Seems stupid. What? This is like the worst. I don't even feel like this would pass in court either. Like, oh yeah, I stole this person's bike. Oh, how did you know? Oh, this person saw that the bike was stolen. Okay. After it's been stolen. All right. Is there any other evidence? I don't know. Some grass got disturbed. like what? I don't know. Litigious gamer. Oh yeah, this person is like a supposed lawyer, okay? Lawyer in quotations, okay? Because I just want to say, on the internet, you can just claim to be whoever you wanted to be, unless I see a law degree. I'm just going to assume you're not a lawyer, okay? It's just consistent with... And your bar exam scores, okay? It's just consistent with Abby's testimony that he deleted the video. Yoge is losing his mind seeing that I lost. This is hilarious. Oh, is this on Esports Batman? No, sorry. Is this on... Kelly Ching's server? Oh my god. So cringe. Jstlk, did they deny Pixie's PO? I'm a bit surprised they ruled on this before the PO on discussing this case. Gotta imagine our PO won't succeed if they're unsealing this, right? What's PO? Where is this? In Kelly's Discord, right? Lol. Something happened. No, something did happen though. But yeah, whatever. Is it deranged there? Would you recommend against joining? It's kind of funny. Like, dude, the cope is so crazy. Just mainly because, like, every single time there's something tiny that comes out, like, all the fucking Jstlk losers will be like, oh my god, this is it. This is damning. The judge approved the protection order? Okay. The judge approved the motion? The judge approved the motion? Oh, Destiny is fucked for sure now, okay? Destiny might mean protective order. I got you. But it's like, Destiny is fucked for sure. Destiny is fucked for sure. Destiny is fucked for sure. Absolute cinema, okay? But then something like the entire transcript for a preliminary court hearing comes out and they're like, oh, this is nothing. Nah, this is a complete nothing burger. Oh my god, it is the biggest copium, okay? It's like, on god, the biggest copium. It's so cringe. Like how could you, it's so embarrassing. How could you stand? How could you stand to look at yourself in the mirror every day? Like, or even log online to discuss it like this? I don't know, it's crazy. Is just Yoge there now? Did they still reprimand him for talking about it? No. Honestly, I thought the only reason the transcript would stay sealed was if specific info would gotten leaked during testimony. Did anyone expect it to stay redacted? No. For me personally, no. The judge is pretty clear in the order that all the rules were followed, and that because the case is public, there are no issues here. I figured it would happen after the ruling on the PO governing public statements. So yeah, I guess they're debating the judge now. So it's like, okay, they're like, oh my god, I'm surprised that this would even happen in the first place. Why the fuck was this happen? Well, what are you talking about? Like, you're the one fucking sweeping the entire time. They can still reprimand him. Damn. So he really got away with just sharing it with Foodshops? Kind of weird. That's what I was asking, him showing Foodshops the transcript. Esports Batman. Plaintiff's showing of good cause to seal the entire transcript thus falters. Though we agree that the entire case here is by its very nature sensitive, a federal blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. I think he's just quoting, maybe? Gilmore. Yeah, that motion is still outstanding, so we'll see. Jstlk. Does not seem odd to rule on this with the PO outstanding, foreshadowing PO denial. Probably? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's abnormal at all. The actual transcript is separate from the protective order. Wait, wasn't the protective order decided already anyway, like weeks ago? The one governing discovery was the one governing public statements? Maybe I've forgotten one, but there was a decision on the PO motion in early September. Are you sure you're not talking about the request for him to be held in contempt? Actually, I don't know what you're talking about. Never mind. I thought the PO was already denied. Me too. But there has been a dozen motions, so it's hard to keep track. That was governing discovery. Okay, so this is just like trying to ascertain like the facts of the matter, right? I'm just excited to see Zip Zip's objections from the gallery. Well, there is none. Like what did you expect Zip Zip to do? Like, did you expect him to stand up and say like, "Objection, Your Honor"? Like, do you expect him to do that? Like, what the fuck? My thought is that it feels odd not to consider that when ruling here, or not to rule first. Perhaps this is additional context for that motion. So to unseal before ruling on the PO seems illogical unless she's missing info. Or, well, maybe they're just preparing to deny it then. Like, why do you think, like, they would rule? Like, why do you think, like, what do you think that implies? Right? The PO is on, the protective order is on the transcript, right? To keep it sealed, I'm assuming? Technically, the court shouldn't consider him leaking the transcript and whether the transcript should be sealed in the first place. And now the motion is denied. It's a public document like any other, and the court notes this in an order. It's a public hearing. Yeah. I understand and agree, but they could rule on the PO first. Well, why is he coping so hard on this? What the fuck? What do you want? What the fuck do you want? What do you want? What do you want? No, this has been outstanding. They'll likely rule on this first because it was first in time and likely to not be covered by any PO. Satisfies public interest and protects if she does it in that order. Leads me to believe protecting is not well supported. Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a safe assumption to assume that the PO got denied if the transcript was released. Like, is that really such a hard conclusion to come to? I feel like, I don't know. Jesus, what a cringe coper. Not really. It will bite her in the ass later, which is why Andrew focused on the Give Go Fund, or whatever the funding page was named. The damages she claims the leaker caused her is caused by herself. Yeah, exactly. Again, the court goes to great lengths to distinguish this from discovery by harping on the public nature of the hearing and the stuff being discussed in the filings. Well, again, you have to keep in mind that it's, why do they harp on the public nature of the hearing, right? Because it's public, moron. What's the reason to seal it? If it's public, it was public. Anyone could have gone in person in the first place. Well, I'm driving and texting, so I'll be misreading things. Not good, Jstlk, but okay. Him discussing a publicly held hearing is different from the judge. I'm not exactly the most innocent when it comes to this either, so. Someone else is driving, but I'm car sick from texting now. Oh, okay, so he's in the backseat, right? Showboner, disgusting, unhinged, obsessed. Yeah, this guy, like, this person is a crazy unhinged hater. Fucking loser. I actually agree with you. I think there's some amount of people talking past each other. The transcript itself wouldn't be covered by the protective order you're referring to, but his commentary on the transcript obviously would be. And so I do think it makes sense to grant that protective order first, since we know that Destiny is going to immediately talk about the transcript. That is, if the judge was inclined to grant the PO. Oh, this is why I love counterpoints over NSE. Counterpoints just straight up says, yeah, I still associate with Destiny because he has money and clout. NSE pussyfoots around it while Connor just goes head first. I mean, people don't really like to hear this, but the reason why people dislike Nasu Hirdai is just simply because, listen, she's a woman, okay? I get it. I understand this place, okay? Also known as the Miskiff, okay? Okay, so kind of weird given the filings, to be honest, but that's just a layman. But one of the reasons for wanting to seal the transcript is public statements that he obviously going to make while reading the transcript law. He's not going to read it verbatim. Do we know what this is? Does that mean the judge is actually DGG? Sad face. No one should edit a side-by-side of Destiny reading the water analogy on his stream unsealed and Foodshops stream sealed. Has anybody been paying attention? Any more bombshells other than Watergate? Lol. Pretty sure all we've already speculated on. Okay, so they're just trying to cope. Okay, yeah. This is like just copium. Like, this is just delicious copium. Oh my god. I don't know that I said anything about the likelihood about them sealing the transcript law. Wait, one bombshell. Destiny got the closest to crying ever in many years because the judge was asking random questions. W Empath Chen. Sorry, W Empathy. Okay. Making fun of men crying. Nice! Making fun of men being emotionally open about their feelings. Very nice, okay? See, this is why trying to get Steven to therapy is like an ongoing battle, okay? Because he doesn't want his enemies to make a fool of him for being behind on his therapy mental health development, okay? But I get it. Okay, you don't want to appear weak, mentally weak to your haters, okay? Abby-chan. Bro, I'm sorry. She looks cute. ABG. Okay. Seriously, that woman looks like a completely different person sometimes. This looks like a completely different person. This does not look like Empath-chan. But, you know, based. Yogi really going wild. Yogi can take the wasabi out of his dick now. Sometimes she looks like Lav, other times she looks like Lav without makeup. Is she even Asian? I don't know. No. She looks half and half. Yeah, I don't know. I guess more of a fake lawyer. Other times she looks like Melina. Nice. He can change the lighting to relive his greatest hits. No pun intended. Nice. Due to her winning personality, low bar of comparison. NAB is so cool. For a record, I do not think Lav looks like Empath-chan. So they're just comparing Empath-chan and like I don't care. I literally do not care. So imping Lav. Okay, Lav wishes. Don't care. 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 He's saying the rose stuff is fake / incorrect. Uh-oh. Which stuff? That she exists? Lol. I can confidently say that every claim made about that is incorrect, though. I mean, I guess we'll see, okay? But, like, in my opinion, Steven has nothing to prove or disprove in the first place. Like, the entirety of that, like, original allegation is stupid. I feel like if anything new were to come out about, like, Rose or anything like that, I hope it's gonna mainly be about Solo, not about Rose herself. The reason for that is just simply because, like, it's a completely dubious claim in the first place. That you're basically saying, oh yeah, like, Steven was knowingly like predating on minors. That's ridiculous, obviously, right? I think that's a really silly claim to make. I mean, that's also why the anti-fans like to talk about, like, oh yeah, there obviously is reason why Destiny could have known that Rose was actually a minor at the time, because they know that they don't have a leg to stand on. That's the entire point, is that they don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to whether or not, like, he was going after minors or not, because everyone knows that Steven goes after fucking adults, okay? All the time. So out of, like, what, 1,000 women that he slept with, one of them is, like, lying about her age? Okay. And they didn't even have sex. But okay. Nice. Good one. Real Talk is just trying to lie, misrepresent whatever claims were made. Rose is AI. Solo just found a random girl, made AI videos of her, and sent it to Destiny. But yeah, like if there's anything I don't want Steven to do, I don't want Steven to come out with counter evidence about Rose, okay? Because I don't think he should feed into trying to debunk this. Because, like, there's just nothing you can do to convince these people otherwise. Like, there's just no point, okay? I think that if he were to come out with this, it should just be proceedings when it comes to like going against Solo, okay, using the packet to go against Solo. But yeah, Foodshops, the last part is copium and just LS all over again. LS. What's LS? Live stream? The pictures on the Twitter account are definitely her. It's kind of funny because, like, one of the earliest theories is that Rose is Solo and Solo is Rose, but I'm pretty sure that's something that's not even agreed upon by Destiny himself. But the biggest conspiracy theorists, like, theorize that, right? Like, they're thinking, oh my god, Rose is actually Solo in a wig. or like AI augmented voice or some shit like that. I don't know. I think they mean Lauren Southern. Oh, okay. Bro's gonna trump his way out of this. deny everything in an attack. He's been pretty fucking open about everything. No? His commentary on the transcript so far has been that. Maybe she won't testify, so he's greenlit July. I don't know. Maybe, but that don't mean the claims are incorrect. Sure, but the truth only matters when you can prove it to him. Shovelhead, did you not hear that water story? What the fuck was she thinking? What a disgusting loser, creepy fuck. Word for word on Slop stream. XQC emote. Oh, sorry, this is a sticker. There was no world where my fiance would allow me to send videos of me and her to another person. Correct, so explain the Bob 7 drama. Explain sending the videos to many people, including Rose. Like, they're just, like, moving the goalpost, right? Because I guarantee you, if, like, the transcript actually shows Pixie to be in a good position, they would not be focusing on this specific line from Destiny. Like, they would instead be saying, oh, well, Destiny is coping about how solid and waterproof Pixie's case is and how amazing Pixie's case is, right? Like they would have, because now they're moving the goalposts. Now they're moving it to like, oh, Bob 7 and stuff like that, right? Which is like an entirely different drama that is like sparsely related because of sharing nudes and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Explaining sending the videos to many people, including Rose. And again, right, like this claim of like sending the video to a lot of people, there's just no proof and nobody that wants to come forward. That's misquoted. Okay, well, that's kind of what I expected to. Explain sending the videos. Like again, they had to try to subpoena Melina, right? When Melina is supposedly a victim in their eyes, right? In Pixie's eyes. Like she is a victim, right? So it's kind of funny that they were unable to gain the cooperation of Melina, and they should have done so at the beginning, right? It's kind of funny that they also subpoenaed Rose, right? They subpoenaed both people. So it's cringe. It's so cringe because, again, these people just want to move on with their lives, and generally you don't really want to bother them unless they are ready to come out with their story about Destiny. Because who the fuck knows? We could have a scenario where Rose later on would come out with her own allegations against Destiny, but that is separate from Pixie's, just simply because she doesn't want to be associated with Pixie and how bad faith this is, right? What I'm guessing is that, because I have heard that Melina really wanted to contribute to this lawsuit, but I think that immediately afterwards, she probably realized how bad faith this lawsuit was and wanted nothing to do with it at some point. So that's what I'm guessing what the overseas subpoena is for, because that is crazy to me at the very least. And nice job naming her entirely, like full first name, second name, third name, last name. Good one. So fucking retard. After he said everything about the Rose thing is incorrect, and he says it'll be come out in a month or two. Wonder what he's hinting at. I mean, the only thing that you can do, I feel like the only thing you can do to disprove the parking ticket is by saying, oh yeah, the person who was writing up the parking ticket at the time, the cop says that, oh yeah, they miswrote it. Otherwise, I'm a little confused by what Steven is referring to here. But I don't think he says everything about it was incorrect. It's just that like there are major parts of it that's like cinema or something, but I don't know. The case is getting dismissed in 2 weeks, then you hear, who knows? I mean, Destiny literally said that there is less than a 50% chance that the case was gonna get dismissed, right? So, I mean, like it's not even that he's overconfident on the dismissal, it's just that he is keeping his expectations realistic. As in, like, it is so bad faith as to know it might be dismissed, right? But is there okay, why is he reading this part out loud? Does not consider censoring her face. I've never had another person leak private explicit material of me. Blue tea, perjury, get him, beating my doggos. Wait, was Steven the one saying that? Because I think that's true, right? Oh, sorry, that's not true. Just simply because I think it was it Lavlun that had a server that was sharing around nudes of Destiny and making fun of the penis? Jesus. No, in the trenches on Destiny's KF thread. What? Why is he there? Wait, why is Noel like fucking essay posting? What? Usually he gives out like only one sentence. Oh, my birdie is saying, by the way, refresh the link when you get to the end of the album. I added more. Jesus. What a diligent worker. #1 A-logger of all time. It was Lav. He literally just said so. Friendship ended with Joe. Mr. Lage is my new best friend. See, this is how you know litigious gamer is a real lawyer, okay? He has litigious in the username. That's how you know. That's how you know these people are real people. There's not even that much cope. Like, there really isn't even that much cope. I think it's more... No, it is cope, but it's not like cope as in like, oh, well, it's time to mental gymnastics this way around back to Pixie's side, right? Because everyone... I feel like a lot of people here do admit that Pixie fucked up big time. Yeah. No. He's really annoyed that the Destiny thread is taken over by anti-fan retards. Dude. Nice, good one. Pose a trade. Pixie shows how the Gifts and Go is being used for the lawsuit. D shows evidence that he's hired a PI and in my law firm. But she doesn't need to show the entire evidence. She just needs to show like 1% of it, right? Rose had already shared sexual images with me, so I was comfortable with trading my nudes to her. Yeah, this ninja is infinitely cooked. Thank God the judge released the transcript. Good one, Jstlk. We'll see where this goes, okay? But we'll see, all right? Because I'm just saying, it's not like Destiny was out there literally hunting for children on purpose, okay? That's obviously ridiculous. But, okay. The logs don't show this, blah, blah, blah. In fact, the logs cannot show this, blah, blah, blah. But he has new evidence that makes her of age. Question mark. Well, DMV references wrong, not in these words, but he's alluding to this. In fact, the earliest leaked DMs are him instantly sending her something. Sure. Look, all I'm going to say is this, okay? If you really do think that Destiny has committed a crime, then just do the fucking do the Willie Mac thing. Just do the Willie Mac thing and do what you want, okay? Because again, people have already reported him to the police, okay? So if he gets arrested and charged, then he gets arrested and charged, okay? But until then, I'm just going to say, yeah, I don't give a fuck, okay? Because what you're doing is that you're accusing him of violating like a criminal offense. That's a criminal offense, okay? That's what you're saying. Okay, if so, okay, I'm waiting for the police. It's been how long now? Months? Where are the cops? What's the police report? Like, hello? Where is everything? I mean, we'll see, right? But like, until Steven is convicted of possession, like literally, convicted in court, yeah, I just do not give a fuck. Solo explicitly redacted CSAM. Bring back Yoge while we're at it. I don't want to have to jump back and forth between Discords to deal with his retarded ass. Oh yeah, because this is a hug box. But they banned Yoge, I'm guessing? Okay. Quarantine has asked for me having to read it. Who is Lawson? Lawson Harrison. Ring Zip here too. Dude, why not? I love content. He was on Lonerbox stream the other day and called this place a docking server. Who? Zip? Wait, was Zip on Lonerbox's stream? I mean, are you guys not a doxing server? Hello? Okay. We can work with this. I thought he did really poorly. It was kind of incoherent. Shocker. I did not think that Zippy would interact here. True. Probably because he has exams to worry about before Christmas break. Highlight, shuffles papers, what idiots. Fucking Timu lawyers, water. And then I jerked off on Doe's car. Good one. New filing? Probably a filing affidavit saying they're keeping with Discovery Protocol. Maybe beating the show cause deadline, since sanctions were asked for. Okay. I gotta make sure this hair clip is in place where the light bounces off the hair clip exactly, so then it would shine as bright as it could against my black hair, okay? You don't understand, okay? You don't understand. I have to position this clip exactly, perfectly, okay? In a way where the light bounces off the clip, alright? Yeah. We should have a side-by-side. Oh, upload this video. Why not? It'll be funny. Release your notes now. There's got to be more than this, right? Basically, Destiny says she likes to do X to Pixie So she says they could do it together. He introduced the idea, but she suggested it officially. Not the best wording, but understandable. I expected him to be overhyping it, but there's gotta be some juicy bits. Twisting the Pixie's ex-boyfriend thing to favor his implied consent BS, nothing new in my opinion. Well, I mean, like, what this is talking about is that Pixie basically said, well, it's okay for me to share the videos of me and my boyfriend fucking, because he has given me permission for that, right? However, considering how Pixie is a liar, considering how Pixie was fake suicide baiting, can we really trust her word on her saying that her boyfriend gave her permission to share a video of them fucking? Because I am beginning to think that she may be lying about that, and her boyfriend does not know, or is trying to keep quiet, or is like, or anything like that in regards to Destiny's case. Okay, because I think it's particularly crazy how a person who is a known liar, like, we can just trust her word on her boyfriend giving her permission on the nudes, right? Of course, that is an important thing to, like, take a look at. Of course, that's an important detail that needs to be brought into question, right? Of course. Because if so, that she is sharing without her ex-boyfriend's permission, then she is guilty of the exact same thing, right? If anything, more guilty. Because her ex-boyfriend, I remember at some point, some person said that he does not want the nudes to, like, she does not want him to have the nudes being distributed to other people, right? The boyfriend said he didn't want her to share the videos of them experimenting, according to her, by the way. Right. Which is exactly why I am curious as to that, right? I'm curious as to that part. Because how could you contradict yourself like that in the same transcript? Like, did she panic? Did she panic and that's it? Or what? Like, what was that? Like, we need to dig deeper into that, right? Yeah. It would be absolute cinema if Destiny got held in contempt of court for reading on Foodshops stream rather than waiting for the transcript to be unsealed. Let's just say that P&D never explicitly discussed whether or not they could send the video to other people, but they both got the impression from the interactions that they would be permitted to do so. Would you say that what he did was with Rose was morally wrong? Morally speaking? I mean, he didn't know at the time, right? He didn't know at the time, and like there was kind of implicit consent as well, right? But yeah, I don't think the impression could possibly be send it to a random 17-year-old you've known for 3 days. Keep in mind that this 17-year-old, okay, this so-called 17-year-old was in college, studying for her associate's degree, had over 60 gigabytes of porn that she recorded with Solo, was studying, like there was like multiple parts of it that indicated that she was an adult, that she was a legal adult. Obviously, it's a complete shock that she was not. But that part's not even proven. Okay? Like, in a court of law or from the most public of records, I don't know. But like, the thing is that, like, you can't blame it on Destiny at the time whatsoever. I just don't think so. Talks about Tinder dates? Exactly. Like, nonstop Tinder dates. Because if so, I'm just saying it's pretty wacky if she is lying all this time, because that would mean that she fucking essentially pedo-jacketed and fucking rape-jacketed, like, 50 other men, I guess. But like, like, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying she could have fucked over a lot of other people. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up, actually. Like, extremely fucked up. He republished it on his or Foodshops channel, which is it? Destiny says they explicitly discussed sharing it to their respective partners. There's explicit consent. Just didn't know it actually happened. Like, I genuinely feel as though, like, yeah, it matters very little at the end of the day. All of this is just utterly retarded. Just Pearly Things was right the whole time. If only Just Pearly Things was still relevant, because she is no longer relevant. She has taken shots at Destiny in order to gain back, to claw back some relevance. So it's kind of funny that like she's trying to claw back relevance, and because she would be laughing at Destiny right now. Like she would be like, "See, Steven, I told you so." I'm a guy. Saki, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You help keep the stream going, okay? Alongside with all my watchers and viewers, all right? You help me keep going, all right? So thank you. I appreciate that. That or whatever is super vague. Yeah, dude, the fact that like in the transcript, Pixie said or whatever is crazy. That is crazy. I feel like before a court hearing such as this, like I would spend all this time trying to train the or whatever part out of my speech patterns, right? Because it just looks so bad. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting wording there. Pixie's attempts to seal and hide under oath. Why deny it when having placing it multiple times in court docs? I don't understand why he is so fixated on her paying legal bills. Maybe because it happened to be right with pet keffels. So I'm guessing. So the reason why like the gifts and go thing is being focused on so much, and this is just my guess. Okay, I've not been told anything. Just want to clarify that real quick. Okay, so it's just my guess. But my guess is that it's just simply that Pixie Destiny could be seeking reparations afterwards. Destiny may be seeking reparations afterwards, but I don't know. I hope so, because she shouldn't be allowed to get away with this, and should be a reminder to anybody else coming out with allegations against Steven that you better make sure your shit is legitimate or you're gonna get fucked up, right? Okay. He's mad that she's delegating things to our legal team. Because otherwise, why would you focus on the gifts and go part, right? And for the record, I just want to say again that I was one of the first ones to talk about the gifts and go. I was one of the first ones to talk about the GoFundMe, okay? And people laughed it off. So I'm here to collect my dividends, okay? So, boom! You're welcome. I'm always right. But, you know, that's not... No. What else is surprising, okay? Because that's good nice. Complete mischaracterization. That was never actually hired lawyers. By the way, this does not matter. Just simply because, are you telling me that if Keffels did, in an alternate timeline, hire lawyers, you would be okay with it? People would still not be okay with Keffels or anything that Keffels has done, even if she has hired lawyers, right? Like, if she has hired lawyers and showed evidence that she has hired lawyers, but then it didn't even go anywhere, like, why the fuck? Like, would you really think that everyone would change their opinion on Keffels overnight, right? So again, when people say that the Keffel situation and the Pixie situation is not the same in any way whatsoever, you don't actually believe that, do you? Because you would still have a problem with Keffels even if Keffels hired lawyers. You would still have a problem with that because she has not shown evidence that any of that money was going to the litigation. So, yeah, Pixie has and money is fungible. It's so goofy. Cope. Attorney-client privileges. It's more like character assassinations, more gifts and goism. I don't know that I even want Destiny knowing how much my attorneys are billing me, lol. The detailed invoice with the entries would probably be filed under seal under a confidentiality agreement. Correct. What kind of lawyer would take a long case on for free as a family favor? Not to insult you guys, but you guys don't even yawn without billing for it. I don't, like, here's the thing with the family favor part. Yeah, I mean, sure, I can agree that, you know, they're not going to be taking it on as, like, a fucking thing for free, right? Because that's silly. I feel like you're also undermining the competition if you're doing so. But maybe, like, with every single fish out there has a fishnet awaiting for them, okay? All you have to do is wait for that fish to swim into your net. Because no matter how retarded the fish, there will always be a retarded net. Okay, okay, that makes no sense. I'm sorry. But, like, I'm just saying, like, with every single case, like, if Trump was able to find lawyers for his retarded lawsuits, then anybody can, right? But yeah. There's one reason why Discovery is so annoying and expensive. Attorneys get into the habit of asking for very broad categories of information, some of which they likely are not entitled to even under the broad discovery rules. And then attorneys go back and forth about objections, withholding documents, blah blah blah. Okay. I have newfound respect. I have newfound respect for judges. Um I don't know. I think I'm always back and forth when it comes to like the way that judges perceive things. I think the Supreme Court judges might actually be more retarded than district shit. Just maybe because I think I read the one on like the Trump no oversight on executive affairs shit, like oversight, judicial oversight on the president or some shit like that. That fucking Supreme Court document was blackpilling. Okay, I'm sorry. That shit is so blackpilling. So it's like I don't know, but like reading the having Destiny read the Torres stuff and then like listening to it, like this judge is a smart person. Okay, it's really as plain as that. Okay, this judge is actually a smart person, right? Yeah. Like that's what I imagine judges to be, smart people, right? Smart moderators. Yeah. Don't want to speak. I don't see a deadline here, but I'm also a retard. So you know,
A magnanimous dispensation.
Zorb, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Holy, thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. Oh my gosh, much appreciated. That's big, massive, big ping energy. See, you guys are paying you guys are actually paying Destiny's public defender fees. All right. Yeah, public defender fees. Because Destiny's not paying me. Okay, Destiny's certainly not paying me when it comes to me defending him in public. So, you know what? You guys are the ones paying for it. Okay. Boom. Right. I'll buy myself into your heart. I'm sorry, I'm gay. Okay. So hopefully I won't be leading you on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gay. Okay. We're looking for the same thing, which is why I said responsive or due, not decision date. I turned the card. What is this clusterfuck? My understanding of motion is that the moving party files a motion. So the lawyers in this Discord just retarded. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I just want to say, like, just because you're a lawyer doesn't mean you have a good opinion. I mean, obviously, you guys already know about that, right? I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise to anyone. But the reason I say that is because lots of people like throwing around the fact that they're a lawyer, but nobody ever has like good takes on anything. And you're probably wondering why that's the case. Well, I mean, it's because lawyers, you have to keep in mind that in a court of law, lawyers fight on both sides, okay? Like, lawyers fight on both sides, all right? So even in any case, even if it's the most retarded case, technically, both sides are lawyers, okay? And they could be defending the most retarded position possible because they decided that that fight was possible, all right? Which means for every single smart lawyer that takes on a case and wins a case, there's always a retarded lawyer that takes on that same case and loses the case, okay? So you have to keep in mind, you kind of have to keep in mind that just because someone's a lawyer, because again, for every winning lawyer, there has to be a loser lawyer, okay? Yeah. But typically judges are smarter than lawyers, just simply because, and more thought out, just simply because, like, typically they have done lawyer work for decades. Yeah. And they have to go through a lot of hurdles to be a judge. Yeah. Like, they have to go through a lot of hurdles that most lawyers would not, like, go through. Hold on, let me see. How to become a judge. To become a judge, you must first complete an undergraduate degree, attend law school to earn a Juris Doctor, and pass the bar exam to become a licensed attorney. You will then need to gain significant experience practicing law, often for several years, and secure a judgeship through either appointment or election. Once selected, many new judges undergo mandatory training, and all are required to participate in continuing legal education throughout their careers. So you need to be continuously learning. It's kind of like learning. I'm guessing it's kind of like learning new technology when you're like a programmer. You kind of have to like keep up to date. You have to be learning throughout your entire life, essentially, which is not something everybody can do. Yeah, like for example, when if technology, when like laws concerning technology comes out, even if you're like a boomer lawyer, a boomer judge, I'm guessing that you still have to take classes. You still have to take classes on laws regarding technology and the internet, right? Which is why like a lot of these judges are more well versed on technology and the internet a lot more than you think they are, because they take classes. They still have to continuously take classes, right? Because it's required for them to do so. So yeah. Yeah. If a lawyer stopped practicing to be a law tuber, you probably shouldn't hold them in high esteem. Sure, I would probably hold that as a rule of thumb. Yeah. With some notable exceptions, okay? But yeah. The actual motion title makes more sense. Stephen K. Bennell's opposition to plaintiffs' and timely motion to amend the declaration of report expert. I will say, if you're a former judge, I will probably hold you way higher than the typical lawyer, typical like self-proclaimed lawyer. Like, yeah, former judges are just so rare, so rare. Okay, so like uncommon. And there's only like a very, very select few in society that are like judges or former judges, I guess, because yeah, it's just a very, very white collar job. Yeah, it's like you're a lawyer's lawyer, right? Like you are one lawyer level above a regular lawyer, so it's like you're really getting there, you know. You can be a judge in many jurisdictions with no law degree. This is an elected position. Yeah, but it's like most of the time, you know, I feel like judges do have to go through a lot of hurdles to do shit. Like it just seems like, I don't know. It does seem to be difficult. Otherwise, a lot of people would be trying to do it. It is almost exclusively how well connected politically you are. This is the most useful answer. Doesn't matter your law school GPA or class rank, unless you want to be on SCOTUS or a federal appellate court. It's all about political connections. To add on to that, whether your experience as an attorney will land you a judge spot. I mean, but the thing is that nobody would ever argue. Like nobody would ever argue, oh yeah, well you have zero lawyer experience, okay, but you're very politically well connected, so you're going to become a judge now. I feel like nobody argues that. Like typically, people will still tell you to gain a lot of years in judge experience, in attorney experience before becoming like more politically like connected, and then becoming a judge eventually, right? But yeah, I don't know. What the fuck? I am unintelligible. Maybe politically connected for maybe you being a good lawyer. Exactly, yeah. Because if you weren't a good lawyer, how would you become well connected in the first place, right? It's kind of like, you know, because otherwise, why would all the judges be like fucking decades and decades and decades of experience? You know? Yeah. Otherwise, it would just make no sense. Being able to read or speak. Also, you wouldn't be a successful judge if you didn't have any attorney experience. Like I feel like people would have so much issue with you, and you would need to step down, or someone has to fire you in some way, right? Like the mayor has to tell you to step down or some shit if you had no experience and you were a fucking judge. But yeah, Valley Girls. Oh. You seen page 40? Yeah, her lawyer was so lost. No, I'm on page 24. Joan needs to take the lead. Saying because her other lawyers are Puerto Rican, Joan's white. Nice, good one. Joan is Puerto Rican too? Here. They're still focusing on this. Jesus Christ! If Stephen would have been punished for this, like he would have already been punished. Okay, like Jesus. Like chances are, like bro, there's probably like fucking insufficient evidence, so you're just being retarded. Like I'm just saying. Because apparently Pixie thought that like she had enough evidence for emotional distress, despite showing 0 papers for therapy, 0 papers for counseling, 0 papers for any kind of evidence, like just nothing. Okay, I'm sorry, but like the anti-fans and Pixie's like standard of definition for standard of evidence is completely disconnected from reality. But yeah, reporter sleep. No, Doe's car. Wow. I wish there was a recording. I wish there was a recording of the transcript. That would be cinema. Literally admitting to receiving CSAM in court. Well, then the police should have no problem, right? Are you lying to us, Jstlk? Are you on your PC right now? Making fun of Brettler. Good one. Who's the character Dan? Dan. Danny boy. Even the anti-fans are using the fucking meme of Willie Mac. Dude, I need to save the Willie Mac gif, dude. It's so fucking funny. I'm sorry. It's just the memeing potential of Willie Mac is just so fucking funny. God, does anybody have a gif of Willie Mac calling the police? Dude, I need it immediately. Holy shit, so funny. I found out that my best friend had betrayed me and was sending my private messages with her. Yeah, this is talking about Straighter Raid. Oh, they call her Snaker Raid? That's pretty good. But, you know, we call her the Great Betrayer, Butcher of Orbits, Flagrant of GG, okay? The Great Betrayer! The Great Betrayer. Okay, the reply to opposition to motion submitting amendment to court, blah, blah, blah. What if he's entitled? Are you hiding your power level? I don't think he actually called the police. Probably some buddy he has acting. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of cases just get closed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know what? This might be a surprise to hear, but we just do not have enough money, okay? We don't have enough money to prosecute and investigate every single possible case, okay? Chances are people always try to investigate like the most severe cases, the ones that people feel as though they can obviously pursue, right? Like maybe if stuff was more well funded, like maybe then the police can like fucking arrest Steven, okay? But in a world where people don't want to give money to the government and there's constantly political battles going on in terms of how much like tax money should go to the police and how much taxes should be towards the government in the first place, I don't know. I'm just saying, okay? Yeah. I still don't get this. Isn't she saying that she enlarged partners? Okay. Wife was a what? I think that's making fun of Yoga. I don't think he's ever said that he is against her sending the vids to her BF. But I thought she literally just said that. Like, didn't she say that he was against her sharing videos of her and her XBF experimenting? Or was that not? Or was that like a hallucination? Post the full transcript. Because if he's saying that he had implied consent to send Pixie's video to Rose based off, yeah, we all send each other stuff around. It's just common in the space. Then the logical conclusion is that he had permission to send it thousands of people just as long as he talked to them for a few days like he did Rose. If he's saying that there was no standard, then that's the conclusion in my opinion. Correct. Turns out that it's actually really hard to prosecute crimes like this. Turns out it's really hard to prove that there is malicious intent. Because every single time something like this happens, and it's like gross negligence, I don't think gross negligence could be. I don't think gross negligence is a standard all that much in comparison to malice, right? Like you could be passing it along to thousands of people potentially just because you talk to them for a few days on stream. I mean, you could argue that it's morally bad. Like I might actually think so. Like I might think myself that it's morally bad. Right? But legally wise, like I'm talking about legally wise, perhaps. Yeah. It could just be grossly negligent. Yes. But that's not prosecutable. So, because all the other precedent cases, like every single other precedent, like that is done when it comes to like sexual sharing on the internet and stuff like that, every single one of these cases are like, I mean, Stephen was right. The people are unhinged. All right. Like one particular case was a guy sending his ex-girlfriend's nudes to her mom. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing there's some malice there. Yeah, I'm actually thinking there's malice there. Yeah. Sending your ex-girlfriend's nudes to her mom? Yeah, that's pretty unhinged, bro. I just don't think that's precedence for Destiny's case. Okay, I'm sorry. But like I'm just saying, this is like I'm just saying the standard is extremely high, okay? Like that is obviously so unhinged as to like be an actual case that goes through, right? But yeah, not like this. Not like this. Let me see. Florida previous sexual harassment cases. Managers failed to act on an employee's complaint about unwanted sexual comments. Oh. Walmart was required to implement training on anti-sexual harassment initiative. That's pretty big. Several school staffers were arrested for failure to report the sexual assault of a student. I'm guessing, because that sounds crazy on its own, right? But I'm guessing it's because they actually tried to cover it up somehow, or try to like sweep it under the rug. And there's like a massive amount of evidence showing that, like they tried to sweep it under the rug. But yeah, like these cases are oftentimes like you need to look up revenge porn. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh yeah, in Hillsborough County, a jury delivered a record-setting $600,000 civil verdict in favor of Melissa Berry in 2014, whose ex-boyfriend Mark C. Dawson posted nude photos of her online and sent them to her mother. This case occurred because the state's sexual cyber harassment law was passed, making the verdict a significant milestone. In 2018, Naples resident Rebecca Wells described to WPTV the trauma she experienced after an ex-boyfriend posted 8 nude photos of her on a pornography website. Like, these are like the most unhinged shit. I'm sorry. Like, these are not even close, bro. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just reading the stupid fucking president's shit. It's so stupid. Okay. He does often secretly record a baby Peach. Does Peach actually say that? The fuck? Really? At least one person had an affidavit saying as much. When he that lage through here. That part where he says he streams for 8 hours every day. Yep. I wouldn't ever take the anti-fans at that word though. But whose logs are we reading from? This is Jstlk's server. They're coping. Did Pixie accuse Destiny for being a bad husband? I don't even know why Pixie wouldn't just want like 2 or 3 things sealed. Probably the sex she would want sealed, and then her sort of contradiction with width. Yeah. How much water storage was devastating. Seal all she likes. Horse. Wait, I got something funny for that. There's 208 likes, okay? As in like the word like being used in the transcript. It's good memes, okay? I did not condone, but that's why you shouldn't record shit like that for free. If Steven was recording in private, secretly, behind people's backs, that's pretty damn bad. But there is no evidence, so yeah. I mean, again, Cherry is the one that is accusing Steven of doing that, right? And she said that she's talked to the police, but like, I haven't seen anything. Like, where's the police report? Like, where's anything? Like, where's... Like, there has to be some tracking, right? There has to be some tracking of where that investigation is going somehow, right? Yeah, I don't know. It just seems silly to me, but... And also, someone pointed out, like, why was it louder on Cherry's end of things, right? It almost seems as though that she was the one that was recording, but, you know, whatever, good memes. All right. By the way, these logs are from a channel called E-Rape Defense Squad. Gotcha. Could definitely be a nervousness thing too, but once you hear like user, you can unhear it being there. Yeah. Is there anything else? Or is this it? Clearly, Pixie came off as unhinged, and if you don't agree, you're a snarker anti-fan. Well, I mean, Pixie is just objectively unhinged, right? Like, there's no need to, like, cope about that or cover that up. I think that's just silly, but whatever, I get it. Okay, you gotta do your thing. Do your thinking, you know? And all that. There's I've gone doing it. FYI, there's a new filing from Destiny's lawyers responding to Pixie's unhinged lawyers filings. Right. It's like trying to deny the posting of different evidence based off of their standards, right? Pretty smart. How's the server reaction to the court transcript release? Are the Jstlk server people still coping about the lawsuit, or have they finally begun moving the goalposts again? Oh, Wicked Supreme, nice. Yeah, this is fucking insane. Yes, I send and receive tons of sex videos with absolutely no mechanism to establish consent from anyone in any of the videos. Other than the person sending, there's no other way to read that. Oh, Supreme. You're a retard. Anything else? The pure numbers basis. I can't believe, like, Wicked Supreme broke his mind so hard on all this shit. I feel like when I still, sorry, that's funny. But when I listen to shit, I always felt like Wicked Supreme was, like, more reasonable. But I guess not. I call it memes when you can just say, he did it and I don't care. I mean, what have I been saying? Counterpoints isn't even the best at, like, defending Steven. Like, I'm sorry, Connor, but I wish you were better, okay? Supreme, that's his stance because it's literally his best and only defense. Think about the concept of we're all just kinky and just share videos together willy-nilly. Well, yeah, it is. But you have to prove malice. The entire point is proving malice. That's literally the entire thing. The entire thing is proving malice. The entire thing is proving malice. Okay? Gross negligence? A bunch of horny people doing horny things? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hi, Queeman. Bro, that's Noble Blade Master. Esports can't read. It's just an admission that he sent and received videos without notifying or asking for permission from anyone. Yeah, probably because it's a bunch of horny-ass people. Remember, Pixie asked him if anyone else knew about them besides Melina, and he said no. Pixie asked him if anyone else knew about him besides Melina, and he said no. Well, the implication that is that he shares videos with other people from other people to other people, but not specifically Pixie, right? Yeah. Why would he lie if they're just free love summer hippies? There are justified reasons for lying, to be fair. Typically, when I call someone a liar, I mean that they're a liar in the morally bad sense, obviously, right? But like lying to anti-fans, morally good, okay? Sorry. You'd expect to, yeah, send them all you could, blah, blah, okay. You know, if the people in Jstlk server thought that they were so good at like deciding guilt or not, like you would think a lot of them would have already signed up for law school or some shit, would have already enlisted or done some shit by now. If they think they can litigate from a Discord server, but like this is literally like it's kind of funny that they're making fun of Zip for litigating from like the stand when they're literally litigating from the Discord server. Like you're like yelling objection towards the judge from an anti-fan Discord server. Like you are a clown. You're actually the entire circus. And I'm just here relaxing and laughing at you, okay? Because you're cringe. And it's not even a problem for me, okay? Just laughing at you is fun. It's carefree. I'm relaxed, okay? Everything people say about Destiny is a lie. He might not have done anything. He might be perfect. Are you doing the math to defend Destiny? That's me. Every day when I wake up, okay? I'm like, every day when I wake up, I'm like, oh my god, what'd Steven do now? What the fuck did Steven do now? That's me, okay? Next Charlie Kirksley might say, just a bit edgier. That's it. It's so funny. It's so funny that Jstlk didn't stream today because he's so busy coping. Like, it's so cringe. I love ZZ. I've seen so many people on Reddit say that they're worried. I might backstab him. Okay, I don't care. The foundation of some online discourse, some should say. I feel like if these people can anti-fan Martin Luther King, like they would, like they would be like, not saying that Destiny is Martin Luther King, but you know, Like they would probably say something like, Martin Luther King, this person thinks that he could start a civil rights movement. What a loser. What an absolute cringe lord. Didn't you see that Martin Luther King put black kids in prison just so that he can move the movement forward? Don't you see that he literally tries to subject the people in his movement to dog attacks so then they are able to garner media press attention and for journalists to review that and gain sympathy from white Americans? Oh my god. That's just crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, MLK cheated on his wife? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Like if these people could snark MLK, they would. Okay, they would 100% snark like that, and then they would be coping afterwards. after he did influence some legislation. So yeah, I know. I'm not saying that Destiny is like MLK. I'm saying that like they are so ridiculous that they would nitpick every single civil rights leader if they because that's how hard they are coping, okay? Because they're the kinds of people, like I feel like they're the kinds of people who would look at like Nelson Mandela and they would be like, Nelson Mandela? Isn't that the guy who spent 26 years in prison? Yeah, of course South Africa is going to accept a felon. He has a criminal record, okay? 26 years in South African prison. That guy has a criminal record, okay? That guy's a felon, okay? He can't even take care of his wife and his family properly. Nelson Mandela, he thinks he can effectuate change, become president, despite the fact that he's black. He's on some high copium. Like I feel like they are the exact people who would like, I don't know, downplay some magnanimous like civil rights achievement. But you know, hey, what do you know? Like that is the level of delusion that they are. But what can you do? Was that Impact Chan? Oh my gosh, she's pretty. Pine Conf, good one. For the record, okay, I do support people reading for educative purposes. Okay, I remember one of the reasons why we read this book in high school in California is just mainly because like we've been told again and again, it's good to hear what the most evil people in the world think in order to, but obviously, you know, I get it, it's Empath Jan, she's being unhinged. Prem, listen. He just plays the cards in his hands at the moment, that much is clear, that's why his change has changed so much over the past year. Why? Dude, what? Why? I don't get this emoji, okay? I literally don't get this emoji, I don't get the meme. Is the meme that, because it's a smug face meme, right? Like with all the other smug memes. It's like, oh yeah, it's the irony posting emoji, whatever the fuck. Records you have requested are a part of open active investigation. Once a police investigation is concluded, the reports and related information typically become accessible. Oh, is this about Cherry? Is this from Cherry? PRR 2025 8686, Miami Beach, Florida. This is the police report, right? The police report thing. That case is totally fake. You're trusting Destiny as a reliable narrator. Well, you know. Is he being charged? I didn't even realize that was Darius. Yeah. I'll watch Shrek while we wait. Oh, it's probably because Shell literally looks like Shrek. So that's probably why. Okay, she probably likes looking at herself. So I totally get it, okay? Load 1,113 more messages. Who A-logged this one? Oh, wait. Good one. Wait, did someone put... Oh my god, can someone please fetch me this video? Oh my god, please! Please! Can somebody fetch me this video, please? Please! Oh my god. Oh my god, is that me AI'd onto Mr. Girl? Oh my god. Like, one of my favorite things to post in my own Discord server is like me making a cover of Mr. Girl's songs. That's one of my favorite things to post. Like, I need this video. Please, I need this video. I really need this video, okay? You have no idea how much I want this video, okay? Please. Okay. Yeah, anybody. Also, Jstlk's relationship. You mean his 5th relationship with Cherry after they broke up like 4 times? But okay. Like I practically lost the amount of. Oh my god. Oh, I thought it was the whole song. It's only 4 seconds. The term consent means an affirmative, conscious, and voluntary authorization made by the individual free from force, fraud, misrepresentation. I will say that Destiny have said something like stupid as fuck, okay, on that shit, okay? I'm not gonna deny that part. Like, I'm pretty sure he said, like, if 2 people are raping each other, that means they're just having sex, okay? Steven, I have questions about your past sexual experiences. Hopefully you won't take it the wrong way, okay? But that sounds silly to me, but don't. Why the fuck would you say that? No, he said the opposite. No! He said, no, he literally said if 2 people were trying to rape each other, that's just having sex. Hello, that makes perfect sense. No, it does not. It does not. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sorry, okay? Yeah, rape equals I want to have sex, the other person presumably does not. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Rape literally implies the other person is non-consenting. Like they actively is non-consenting or has not given consent, right? Or lacked the capacity to give consent as well in that matter. So again, you're wrong and you're a bitch. Okay? Meow. Wait. Don't identify the girl in the video to other people. He never did. He sent sex videos of himself and Pixie to other people, but he never identified her. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Wait, is this person like just like fucking 1v30ing? Like, is this person? Is this person just like 1v30ing? Like everyone in like the fucking Destiny Defense channel? Bro, who is this motherfucker? This person is just like what? Why? You know what? You know what? It takes a certain level of delusion. No, you know what? This person's probably just having fun, okay? I'm not gonna judge this person too hard. This person's probably having fun. Is it a video? It's a video. It's 4 seconds long. But it's like, it's not even that long. It's just, I'll watch it on my own time, okay? Whatever. People are assumed to give consent to toxicology. You're chirping about this. I wish it was a whole video though. I really do. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Dude, I was led on, okay? I was led on, alright? Pixie sent sex tapes to people Destiny didn't give explicit consent to. What would be your opinion regarding this? Then it's definitely bad. You should seek legal recourse. I hope he's paying you, and if he isn't, start sending him billing statements for your hours. NDB is making 2K an hour get in. I'm not even paid. Fuck me. If Noble Blade Master is paid, I better be paid, okay? I'm sorry. Was Rose a part of this Degen sex circle? I'm beginning to think that she was. Like, it does suck. Like, it does suck that she was a minor. Like most likely a minor during that time. Like, I will say she was most likely a minor. Absolutely. But, like, the thing is that she probably did associate herself with Degen sex. Over 60 gigabytes of porn? Having Tinder accounts in order to solicit sex with adults? Yeah, that's some fucking Degen sex circle behavior. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. It just is. Despite the fact that she was a minor. Yeah, obviously, like, she did something completely immoral. But, like, the fact that she associated herself with all these, like, fucking sex circles, and probably fucking passed videos and news around. Yeah, that's... It's just to be clear, Pixie would have consented to him sending a sex video over to a minor stranger. A minor stranger. Just... It's crazy to me, because even pushing back aside, the whole stupid shit when it comes to, like, oh yeah, Destiny did not know that she was a minor at the time, right? Even pushing that aside, just a reminder that, like, what, Rose was 2 months away from being 18 at the time? What? 2 months. Like, okay, dude. Like, oh yeah, 2 months later, and like he would have been fine. You're telling me 2 months later. You're telling me 2 months later, you would be comfortable. You would be comfortable. You're okay with that? So 2 months later, so it's her 18th birthday. You're okay with that? Dishonest, okay? That's what I'm saying, okay? I'm just screenshot. Don't answer this simple question with yes or no. I'm just gonna never engage with you ever again. That's crazy to me. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you guys might be a bunch of pedos too, okay? Good luck. Nice sneaking a minor in there. So they're just like fighting and fighting. Then though she would most likely be uncomfortable, say yes, blah, blah, blah. She was doing polyamory, making sex tapes with people. Oh, there's like, how many asterisks did you put in? Old enough to mount, old enough to count. Oh yeah, the Hassan Piker thing, yeah. Pretty good. Oh yeah, old enough to count, old enough to mount, yeah. Hassan Piker. It gave me the usual vibes from that podcast episode. Nice sneaking minor in there. Supreme! We have Pixie telling him in DMs she wants to keep their sexual relation a secret. We have her freaking out over the prospect that somebody else knows about it. And we have her literally suing him on the premise that she would have not consented to this. 100% of the evidence points to the idea that she actually would not have consented, regardless of Rose's age. Like giving the consent to Destiny, you mean? Well, the problem here, okay? So the problem here is that she has further publicized this, right? Through the GoFundMe, by raising $50,000 that was unaccounted, by making the Substack, by DMing Jstlk and Queenman, I guess, about it, by, like, she has publicized this. So the fact that, like, okay, so she wants to keep all of this a secret, and we have her freaking out over the prospect that someone else knows about it. Like, the thing is that I feel like all of these are true, but, like, it just shows Steven, at max, you can say that Destiny has gross negligence on his side. But that also means that Pixie, by definition, would also be guilty, right? For having gross negligence, because she has not asked permission of her ex-boyfriend to share that video, right? And she has said as such as well. She has said, oh yeah, my ex-boyfriend is not okay with me saying, with me sharing all of this stuff, all the experimental stuff that we do together, right? So, yeah. Have you considered Keffels bad? Oh wait, is this making fun of me? Because I brought up Keffels? So, what evidence do you have that points to the idea that that the answer to whether she would have most likely given consent? It's not about consent. It's not about explicit consent. It's not about explicit consent. It's, you know what? To be honest, it's not. It's probably not even about implicit consent either. It's probably not even a consent question in the first place. Does that make sense? Because I feel like the consent part is just a completely misleading part. Yeah. The real question is, was there malice? Yes or no question. And is there enough evidence to prove malice? Yes or no question, right? Yes or no question, was there enough proof to prove malice? I don't give a fuck about the implicit or explicit consent, like, fucking vagueness of it, okay? Frankly, it doesn't even matter for the case, okay? Okay, so you proved that there wasn't explicit consent. Okay, was there malice, though? Was there malice, though? Let's just say that Steven was the horn dog, okay? He was acting on his dick, all right? Okay, but was there any kind of, like, was there any kind of malice? Proof of malice. You're citing Cardi. The judge said that he wants evidence of malice. Okay, is there any evidence of malice? No? No. So you're saying that there's no malice. Then why? Why does any of this matter? Why does any of the consent shit matters? Then none of it matters in the first place. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, anyway, whatever. Like the consent argument just it doesn't even apply. It doesn't even apply. I'm sorry, but it doesn't apply. Like, there can be no consent argument. What's the point? Like, there's just no point in doing the consent argument. Dude, fuck me, dude. This is like leftist brain rot. This is like leftist, like enthusiastic consent brain rot right here. Like, this doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't. Okay. The point is malice. I find it really weird that letting someone record you in itself isn't consent. That would probably be my advice to anyone who ever considers that. If you let someone record you, expect it to be shared. No. I don't think I agree with that. No, I don't think I agree with that. I think that it would be the best thing if you would ask them for permission if they would be okay with sharing it. Because I think that a lot of people would be okay with someone winking off, like, in private, as opposed to sharing it with another person that you do not recognize and you do not know, right? Yeah, sorry, I don't think that's, yeah, I don't think that's the case. But you know what? Emma Anderson 7276. Okay, I think you're a woman. All right, that's a crazier take than any man would give. So kudos. Okay, good one. Noble, how you can say Sabrina is totally the bad guy here. He's trying to deflect from his crimes. Don't let him run. He's like 200 years and Paisley was younger than him. Oh, what crimes? So stalker, power abuse. Points to no implied consent. But Stevens is being canceled for trying to solicit a minor across state lines. This country is so broken. Case closed. Can't believe I ever questioned your innocence. I was talking to Spinner about this. Oh, Spin Boy? How much more of this is there? There's so much. I can't look at all of these. Like, this is just so much cope. Jesus Christ, where did you get this info? Is Max claiming it or Lab or both? I see Lab making out thin air. I feel like Max takes it a sliver of... Okay. And Melina also say he shared without consent on the stream. Amos D. Oh, Amos D is like, I guess, the nickname that they're using for Destiny, I guess. I'm guessing. Nice, good one. Good meme. I'm pretty sure, like, Chud's audience, and Chud calls me Amos She back in the day. 2 years ago. When the lolly drama was ongoing, they call me Amos She. So, good one. Good memes. I'm literally born in the US. I have double citizenship. Amos D is funny. It is funny. Amos She is also funny, okay? Can someone run the transcript through ChatGPT and summarize it as an enemy villain? Yeah, W gender affirmation. Like, I mean, I do appreciate that part, okay? Listen, Chud does gender me correctly, even when he's, like, bashing me, okay? Talk for hours about consent. I feel a bit bad because it feels like so fucking shit to have all of this litigated publicly, especially when she's obviously distraught in the transcripts. But also, it is fucking Kino that Destiny wanted this transcript out so badly when he admits to having received content from Rose. I feel like you're missing the point here, okay? Like, I feel like this person, okay, is definitely a white woman. But, like, this, I'm sorry, okay, that was racist as fuck. I'm sorry, racist and sexist. It's definitely a white woman. Okay, sorry. But, like, this is so funny to me. Just mainly because, like, I said like, get it? Like, this is like, I don't know, like, missing the point. Like, maybe this is like, totally coping. Like, maybe this is coping, like, with the way that Pixie was acting. Like, yeah, I don't know. But, and the way that she was, like, self-contradicting herself. But he thinks she looks stupid on the stand. Honestly, I listened to the first hour and a half him reading it. I thought it seemed fine. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. Ooh, Puddles. Okay, I love you, buddy. All right, listen, because you have the Foodshops server tag in the Jstlk server, okay? But I think that might be a little bit copy, okay? I think that might be a little copy. I'm not gonna lie, all right? But you know what? You're also a Foodshops fan, so I forgive you a little bit, okay? Puddles undercover? He is undercover. But, like, but it's very clear that Puddles... Like, it's not like Puddles doesn't pretend to be an anti-fan, okay? But he's just a more saying... And he's just a more saying anti-fan, right? Like, typically when I refer to anti-fans, like, there's just, like, full unhinged crazy shit. But I think that Puddles has always been, like, more cordial and willing to integrate with the server. Like, he is an integrator, okay? He's a based integrator, all right? But yeah, what if he's a double agent? Then let him be a double agent. It's fine. Because otherwise I have to forever, like, measure up, like, constantly on who is a double agent, who isn't a double agent. That's gay. You see Tiny's latest tweet? Yeah. We covered it. I don't know, it's speculation at this point. Yeah, absolutely, that's a big part of it. I think emotional response. The judge almost made him cry. How wild is that? Like, it's kind of disgusting. Like, this my person, is just completely disregarding, like, any of the stress that Destiny is going through, because he is the defendant and he is having his revenge porn being litigated on the stand as well. Like, this isn't just about Pixie, right? It's also about Destiny. And nobody gives a fuck because, like, because it's especially disgusting that, like, you know, again, Pixie's team wanted him to take down Pixie's nudes from Kiwi Farms, but not Destiny's part. He has to pay for it himself, I guess. So yeah, feminist, by the way, but I'm sure she also calls herself a feminist. But yeah, good one. All right. You're skipping all my fucking jokes on the Imgur album. Very rude. Who are you? Dude, someone just pinged me saying you skipped over all my jokes. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Hello? Who asked? It was you realize, like, there's like hundreds of screenshots, right? Like, I can't go over every single thing. I'm just skimming. Like, I can't. It's not possible for me to do that. Is there anything else? Oh, maybe she'll refile in state court. Yeah, that's something a cope. Good one. State case is way easier. He's pretty dead to rights in the state claims, dude. Oh my god. What? Like, what is this shit, dude? Oh my god. State case is way easier. He's pretty dead to rights in the state claims. The federal case is easy for him based on the evidence we currently have, but the state case is easy for her. Oh my god. What is this? Dude, what the fuck? What level of cope are we on? Oh, hey, it's Noble Blade Master in my chat. This server is just so brain broken. It's actually insane. RFK has already given. Why do you even fight there? You know what? You've given us entertainment, so I'll let you go, okay? But please join in. Please join in my server, okay? This isn't the same sharp, right? Like, this is a different sharp, hopefully. Fingers crossed. What is this code? Doesn't state case require malicious intent? No, I mean, like, the fact that anyone is ever saying dead to rights in a state case, the fact that anyone is saying dead to rights in a state case is insane. Okay? Like, I wouldn't even trust a lawyer to say that. I wouldn't even trust a lawyer to say that, just mainly because you don't have infinite foresight in determining whether or not something is an open and shut case. That's insane. Okay? That's unhinged. All right? I'm sorry. That's unhinged. Okay? You are coping hard if you say anything like, oh yeah, this person's dead to rights in the state case. What are you talking about? Like, I probably wouldn't even... Dude, you don't know how a trial will go down. You don't know how, like, a determination on a court case will go down. You don't know. You don't know any of that. The state case was easier. She would have filed there. These people have no brain. I thought you're not allowed to file there. I thought you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, unless you can appeal. Like, I thought there were only appeal. Unless I'm wrong. Ask nobly about subject matter jurisdiction. Good one. It's the news Yoge. They only understand about 30% of what they say. Yoge lives in y'all's head rent-free. The fuck that boy do to you? I'll never forget. I'll never forget that Jstlk. Like, honestly, I'll never forget that Jstlk. I'll never forget that Jstlk has, like, essentially said that Yoge was corroborating with Destiny in DMs. That's crazy to me. That he said that during stream one time, that he thought that Yoge was, like, fucking talking with Destiny. The actual delusion behavior. But it's funny as to think, like, if Destiny would talk to any rando as well. Like, the thing is that I think Destiny adds a lot of people. Like, I think that if you send a friend request to Destiny, like, it's a pretty high chance that he'll accept the friend request. But, like, to maintain any kind of continuous conversation with this guy is so fucking hard. You have no idea, okay? This guy cannot hold a conversation. This guy talks in only single emojis, okay? But yeah. He has limited friends, so he has been removing people. Only the top dogs get to be his friend. That's what he's been saying? Really? Oh no, what if he removes me? Like, do you think it'll be over between us? Like, do you think it'll be done? Oh my god. But then it would be kind of like... It would be kind of, like, romantic, right? Because it's like... we're like waving goodbye towards each other in the sunset. Yeah, because it's busy. No, I will spam his DMs. Okay. Yeah, I think this is right. I mean, I've spammed his I've spammed his DMs on day one. Like since day one of adding him again. Like I've spammed his DMs, I feel like. But you know, he hasn't defriended me yet. Okay. Pose in the server as a lawyer. Maybe this is the right sharp. Maybe this is the right sharp. Maybe this is our sharp. Keep staring his DMs. I'm beginning to think that he enjoys it. I mean, that's a Matrix. Yeah, I think that's a Matrix profile picture, but like in fucking sepia filter, right? Yo, you've expressed literally no valuable opinions in your life. I hate to break it to you. Bro, oh my god. Obliviated. Destroyed. Sharp, maybe chill. The case you cited isn't binding for this court anyway. Oh. Wait, maybe this is the sharp. Wait, is this the same sharp? I'm gonna ask sharp. Hold on. I'm gonna ask if this is actually sharp. There's no way, right? There's no way this is the same sharp. Right? Right? There's no way. Hold on. Is this you? Because the court has subject matter over this case. Why do you think this court didn't determine subject matter jurisdiction first? Fucking yikes. It doesn't have subject matter jurisdiction. That's silly. Because again, they're supposed to prove that it has subject matter jurisdiction. Finally, we've reached the end. Wait, hold on. No. I think I was told that there was more at oh my god. Holy hell. How many? How much is there? Bro, it's not possible. It's impossible. How? How much is there? What? Oh, wait, hold on. He wanted me to come on stream to press me on calling them clearly amateurish. Wait, what? Oh, even though I'm extremely critical of Steven from a moral perspective, I was being too kind in my comments at the time intentionally because I like hanging with the boys here. I also got pressed hard by the public for saying she regrets her decision and sees her association with Destiny as a Steven as a mistake. And that's part of her motivation for the case, and she's literally saying that it was a mistake in the hearing. I mean, I probably wouldn't agree with like oh, it's not sharp. It's not sharp. Like I would never agree. Like I wouldn't entirely disagree. I think. Like hold on, sorry. I wouldn't entirely disagree that Steven have done at least one immoral thing, but like the thing is that like I just don't want to concede any of that to any anti-fans when like Jstlk is the one that is defending Hassan because he hates Steven so much. That's unhinged. Okay? Also, yeah, I wonder if they talk about anything outside of Steven. There's no way, right? Do you think they talk about anything outside of Destiny? Because in my server, like we talk about everything. We talk about everything, okay? But yeah. That's not sharp. No, I asked him. He said no. Oh, let's go. Okay, I'm ready. I love essay posts. My wand, okay? At the end of the day, Steven is a repeat sexual offender, routine consent violator, and he's interpersonally dangerous for those reasons. I would imagine many people experience massive feelings of regret, even from a fan perspective, after seeing his conduct towards others in his life. There is no great outcome at the point where the legal system is invited into your life to try to mediate and adjudicate interpersonal issues. But sometimes it's literally all you've got. Steven has handled every second of these leaks horribly, from before they were published onto the broader internet to now. Pixie was one of many people victimized by his retarded ass. He is retarded, okay? To be fair. She could have handled things differently, sure, but I don't get why anyone ever brings up what the people who have repeatedly attacked by Steven after he exploited and violated the trust in the first place. What exactly is bad faith about pursuing justice against someone who understandably will not stop, even with a heavy price tag attached? She's been doing this shit for more than 13 years. Yeah, good memes. I mean, the lawsuit is clearly in bad faith. I don't really agree with that. I guess it depends on what you mean by bad faith. From my perspective, Destiny caused real harm to Pixie through both immoral and illegal actions. So it seems entirely reasonable for her to pursue legal action. I also think her motivation, wanting to hold him accountable so he finally learns from this, makes sense. Especially since this is what, the third or fourth time he's been in trouble for leaking a sexual partner's nudes. I mean, okay, listen, I don't blame you if you want to make an argument about how you should utilize the legal system in an immoral way. Like, sorry, not even an immoral way, sorry. To utilize the legal system illegally in order to bring Steven to justice, but at least do not deny that you are doing so, right? Like if you're saying, yeah, we are actually using the legal system as a way to torture Destiny. Yeah, we don't actually want to win this case, right? Oh, we actually want to use the legal system as a fishing expedition, right? Then fine, admit that openly, right? You should just admit that. Why aren't you, right? Why is it that you still are giving excuses or excuses even in the past, right, about Pixie winning the court case? Why are you still arguing that she's like doing the thing in good faith? Because if you had that moral good argument in the first place, I feel like you would have avoided yourself a lot of headache. I don't know. Like I feel like people just like, I don't know. People want to have their cake and eat it too, but you can't. You can't have your cake and eat it too. But yeah. Go back to my one voice. I've been told to keep it quieter, okay? I love you guys. The legal part is not clear. The moral part is clear to me. If the legal part was more clear, a good case could be brought to court. Supreme, just so you know, if any of your sex partners of legal age, yes or no? Yelling equals deported? Yeah, hell yeah. What the fuck? Bro. Maybe in the first place, don't go up against someone who is like, who can put you in a position. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it was a choice. That was her choice. Like, I'm sorry, Jube. Okay? Wait, are you still modding for Jstlk? I'm wondering. Okay? Like, I'm just saying, okay? Maybe if you were someone who is here under illegal means, maybe you shouldn't be fucking stirring up trouble. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Maybe you shouldn't be stirring up trouble. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? Dude, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Okay? Jayum is a Jstlk mod? In my server? Wait, Jayum is a Jstlk mod? No. I said JubeTube. JubeTube is a Jstlk mod. JubeTube. Okay, JubeTube. All right, yeah. In my kick chat, Jesus. That there is a sexual offender out in public attacking his victims on the back of criticisms about a legal case one woman brought against him for acts that he admits that he did in his own legal filings, his own words, etc. I think setting an arbitrary good case standard is purely bullshit. This is delusion. This is delusion talking. This is delusional talking. Okay, whoever this my one person is, sorry. Like, you are delusional. Okay? The entire point is an ethics argument. That's the entire point. Right? Does that make sense? Like, literally the entire point is that it's an ethics argument. It's an ethics argument. Okay? Like, if you're arguing that it's morally right for Pixie to utilize the legal system as a weapon against Destiny by utilizing the utilizing the justice system in a bad faith way, you're making an ethics argument. That is a moral argument. That is an ethical argument. You're making a moral argument. Okay? Does that make sense? You're making a moral argument. That's a moral one. That's a moral one, not a legal one. That's not that's an ethical argument, moral argument, ethics argument. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Sorry, but you do give a fuck about ethics. You're making an ethics argument, moron. But yeah. Bro, there's so much content popping off, and people are taking Imgur albums of us discussing the minutiae of this case. Oh, is this talking about me? This is talking about me, right? This is like recent. So this, okay, all right. He knows that I'm covering him. Tragic. Did we record the VC with Blade Guy? Why are Swedes mentally impaired? Hello, Jstlk. I heard that Home Depot has job applications open. I think they're hiring at like maybe 19 to 22 an hour. It's pretty good. You would have contributed more to your community than anything you've done over streaming. So I recommend doing some community service. Wire Sweet's mentally impaired. Those were incredible memes. He believes 15 million was a firm ask. I never once said Destiny should pay 50 million. You're just lying. Nice. For Swedish, gotta go. I'm sure this guy's riding high, seeing Pixie humiliated. Your brain is defective. I'm just glad we have Destiny admitting to being sent porn by the miner under oath. He's just coping. Good cope. The miner that he's sexing, whose docs he also gave to KF. He said she sent sexual material to him, so he trusted her with the Pixie video 1 week after meeting her over Twitter DMs. Oh my god. Whatever. Okay, cool. Good. Don't care. Loser. Hi, Destiny. Hello, Steven. Oh my god, both Steven and Jstlk watching my stream? I'm honored. Right now, at the same time, it's like we're all masturbating in the same room together. That's hot. Those would be DMs he already has. Can you give me an example unrelated to the case of explicit, implied, and explicit? The consent is clear and usually verbally communicated. Implicit or implied means the consent arose from the course of conduct between the parties. Okay, sure. I agree with this. I agree with this definition. Sure. I think that's fine. But oh, sorry. Implicit consent can also be like moving your like for example, if you're trying to initiate sex, right? Like trying to yank each other's clothes off, like you're like mutually trying to yank each other's clothes off. Like, wouldn't that be kind of implicit consent as well? I'm just a random example, right? But no, I feel like that would be explicit consent because you're making it very, very clear. Like you're making it very, very clear that you want to have sex, right? That'd be like explicit because you're trying to yank each other's clothes off. That'd be explicit consent, right? Wait, or is it implicit consent? Wait, okay, I don't. Okay, whatever. That's why the term is stupid. That's why the term is fucking retarded. It doesn't matter. Okay. Excellent. Can you double check now that Destiny has said in this transcript fund for me that you get this motion? Oh yeah, our champion, okay? Our God King, Noble Blade Master, is now in our server, okay? Listen, we are capturing, okay, the King of Kings. The King of Games. Alright? So we're on the same page. Destiny has implied that I'm guilty of the same crime he is. This is false. The guy's actually consented to sharing. Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure whether or not that's true anymore. What the fuck? Considering how like she literally is caught lying. Like she literally is caught lying about the suicidality, right? Saying that like she was faking suicide in order to get Destiny's attention in the first place. Then yeah, like why the fuck should we ever trust her word on this? Like there's no point to trusting her word on this fucking tweet if she is literally caught lying. Like what the fuck? Of course, like because it benefits her. It benefits her. Implicit consent is asking a date. Do you want to come up for ramen? No, that's not. I don't think that's implicit. I think that's just. I think that's just how it is. Destiny just said Pixie was dating Supreme after she got married too. What? That's fucking twisted. Weird. Give me your best arguments later, dude. Holy shit. This is like the most A-log shit ever. Took my life taking the bait. Alright, actual last response for now. Changing your story once you're in court to not perjure yourself is the most clear definition of shit talking. You look great, thank you. I'm taking my first shower in months tomorrow. My former boyfriend, who I refer to as that guy, the guy, a guy. That's funny. If this looks so bad for him, why did Jane Doe fight so hard to keep this sealed? True. Good question. That's what I've been asking. That's what we've all been asking, to be honest. Haven't we? All in a day's work for Foodshops, the public defender, okay? The most important kind of lawyer, to be honest. He has been incredibly consistent about not wanting her private sexual messages released to the public. Nice. There's always a way out, isn't there? There's always a way out. There's just always a way out, I guess. Okay, yeah, but then again, you can just ask to redact that specific part, right? Okay. Okay, but why only apply the seal to after the public hearing? That doesn't make any sense. She could have applied to have the hearing done closed door. Well, she could have also applied. Okay, so she could have also applied to censor parts of the transcript. Nothing is preventing, nothing is preventing her from doing that. Pros and Moose from DG Chat says, I can only listen on audio right now. I wish food stamps was less retarded so I knew what the fuck was happening. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think you're the one that's actually retarded, okay? I think I've been really clear on everything that I've said so far, but good one. All right. Oh my god, this person is so cringe. Yeah, unfortunately, going through court as a victim of sex crimes is a lot like being re-victimized. ETA, let alone when the vindictive sex offender weaponizes the hearings like Destiny is doing deliberately. In case anyone is unfamiliar here, in case anyone is unfamiliar, here is a perfect example of why so many people do not pursue charges or other legal recourse, because it's traumatic on a good day. The process is fucking misery. Can I just say that maybe she shouldn't have pressed charges? Not press charges. Maybe she shouldn't have sued Destiny in the first place. If she was so scared of the consequences of going through a trial or any of the trauma of going through a trial, why the fuck would she have? Why she would have went through the lawsuit in the first place, right? Then don't do it. Okay, then don't do it. If you're not prepared, then don't do it. Otherwise, you do not believe in your convictions enough, okay? I don't even think Pixie believes in this. So this person is a moron, okay? Like, okay, so the trial traumatized her. Good. Good. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah. Good. 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 Are you Zip Zip? Oh no. We got people flinging Zip Zip allegations at people. They're trying to Zip Zip jacket people now. It's weird how he's a sex offender, but nobody can find any sex offenses on Destiny's criminal record. Hey, I'm just saying, okay? There's nothing on my criminal record, okay? I think. I just want to say I'm almost completely clean. Yeah, these are my records. Listen, okay? I speak from the perspective of completely innocent, okay? Boom, that's mine, okay? Not found, 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 not found. Yeah, okay, sorry. That's not even a speeding ticket. Uh-huh. There's there's not even a speeding ticket. There's not even a speeding ticket. No. I'm a good girl, okay? I obey the law. I do things right. I've got a cleaner record than Destiny, probably, most likely. I'm just trying to post Hawk defend their choices, okay? The cross was about the sex, probably because it was mentioned on Direct. There's lots of laws for wiping your record clean. No, I just haven't gotten one whatsoever, okay? Sorry. Sorry, I'm just so epic and based, okay? To be fair to Zip, he probably wouldn't remember being too busy jacking off in court. Dude. I have never seen any kind of people who talked about people's dicks so much as the anti-fans, okay? They're either talking, I feel like they're either talking about they're either talking about Destiny's dick or they're talking about Zip Zip's dick, okay? Or they're talking about who's ever's dick, okay? Nobody talks about dick this much, okay? Nobody talks about the dicks of their opposition this much, okay? Period. All right. I don't even think we talk about Jstlk's dick this much. I don't even think we talk about we don't talk about any of that, okay? It's just kind of funny to me that again, all right, they're pretty damn gay, okay? I'm just saying they're gay, homosexual, all right? Empath loves the youth. I believe those puddles. Those puddles. I don't think there are actually any lawyers in this chat, though. What do you mean? Uru's erudite, August 17. Nice, good. So lost at what's going on, Bader. Don't worry about it, okay? Apparently, Destiny is mad about this channel. I thought he moved away from fighting this Discord, but apparently he's still making regular immature album updates. Bro. When was the last time Jstlk saw his dick? Dude, good question. Dude, his chair is literally screaming and crying for help. Whenever he gets excited, it starts bouncing on it. Destiny loves us? He does. I do too. I had a feeling it was this guy. Worthless to engage with. He conveniently forgets every single point you made last time every time you engage with him. Is Wicked live posting too? Can you call him a fucking loser for me? Yeah, sure, Wicked is a loser. You picked the wrong side. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but you picked the wrong side. Alright, Supreme. We never got a chance to talk. I said, I remember 2 years ago, I asked to talk to you on stream. We never made a bridge, okay? I could have turned you away from the path, okay? But sadly, you are the one that turned away from the path, okay? I cannot help you if you don't want to help yourself, okay? I could have helped you. I could have turned you away from the darkness. I mean, you can cope all you want, but you're on the losing side. You cannot lead the retarded horse to the water. The retarded horse do not learn what the water is. If Foodshops signed an affidavit, I signed your mom's ass. Literally about Foodshops deliberately making unavailable the evidence for a federal case. Yes. And I have admitted to it. Why? Because fuck you. That's why. The language of random hyperlinks are removed by whoever uploaded the videos to. YouTube is pretty slimy. The response to the opposition surely should be a screenshot of Foodshops' statement admitting to obstruction and having Foodshops dragged into this mess. Based. Destiny hinting that she can do whatever she wants, but he can't suggest anything. True. Right. I made the decision of my own volition. I have not received a subpoena or an email of any kind. I am not obligated by any lawyer to preserve any piece of information. I have not been ordered by the court in any manner, so therefore I reserve my right to do what I please with my content. Okay? You're welcome, moron. Basically, Amos D argued against people that said the Rittenhouse judge was a retard and didn't know shit about pixels. Now he's betting that the judge is a retard and doesn't know how YouTube links work. I'm sorry, wait, hold on. Didn't Destiny praise the Rittenhouse judge? Or am I misremembering? What? No. It would be a shame if Pixie's team didn't have the clip of pedo shops asking Amos D directly if it would get in trouble for taking down the videos. Well, Destiny is not a lawyer, and he has not given me any kind of legal advice. And so therefore, he has not committed any crazy shit, okay? Transcript stream tonight? Good one. Good memes, okay? I'm busy playing PoE 2 to read it myself. Do you see? This is an uncaring king, okay? This is an uncaring king. I'm too busy playing Path of Exile 2, okay? To care about any of this stupid shit, okay? That's an uncaring king, okay? Uncaring king. I stand an uncaring king, okay? Ultimately, she's allowed to take down the videos, and almost certainly the judge is going to tell P's Addy to send in the videos they're citing to. Gotta edge a little longer, okay. Looks like Fush Stamps earned itself a subpoena. Nice, good one. Degrading, dehumanizing behavior, dehumanizing language. Food Stamps earned itself a subpoena. Where's the subpoena? 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 Where? What? Hello? Where's the subpoena? Oh, wait. There is no subpoena. Wow. That'd be honestly. Was the Foodshops video really not authenticated? Like, just by the way, even if you sent me a subpoena now, like, it wouldn't matter because at the time I didn't know. Does that make sense? Even if you sent me a subpoena now, it does not matter. It's too late. Okay, you have to send me the subpoena beforehand. Okay, that's how it works. That's just. I'm sorry. That's just how the legal system works. Okay, my bad. I guess you're not a lawyer. True. Me neither. Foodshops is solo, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation. What? What? Bro. I am screenshotting this one. This is going straight onto my cringe compilation. Subpoena is making you testify. You're talking about a noticeable to preserve. Oh, okay. Subpoena your mom. Okay. My uploader means delete from YouTube, not just private. Privated has its own message. Yeah, I've deleted it. Sorry. I've just straight up deleted it. My bad. I'm sorry. Rose was too old for Foodshops. Good one. Why is the Foodshops video even so? They submitted a link. Like they're actually moronic. Like they're actually mentally regarded. They're well regarded. They're just so regarded. Like I'm sorry. Why, dude? Why wouldn't you just like upload a fucking clip at the very least, right? Like if you didn't know what to do, just upload the clip. Why would you submit the link? Why did you submit the link with a timestamp? Like, are you actually brain dead? Like it's so stupid. I'm sorry, it's just so fucking moronic. Sellers entertain British. Service sex trafficking. It's destiny. Me watching Empath Chan turn into basically a full-on Nazi while my career is still frozen for a year. Oof. Nice. Oh, and then this is the end of it. Nice. Good one. Cringe. Oh my god, guys, we finally reached the end of it. We finally reached the end of it. Holy shit, this is too much. This is too much, dude. This is just... Oh my god, you guys better give me money. Holy shit. You guys better give me money. Holy shit. Steven is not paying me enough for this. This is crazy. This is like a thesis. Longer than a thesis. Holy fuck. My god. Thousands of images, maybe? I don't know.